Hi, and welcome to another episode of G63 Dad. I am G63 Dad, and I am here to solve your problems, specifically your business problems. Although I could maybe help you solve other problems, I don't know how effective I'd be though. But yeah, business problems mostly. That's what G63 Dad does. And what I want to talk about today is actually a sort of new topic for me. And also, like, a weird topic because I am not the thing I am about to talk about, interestingly. So, I want to talk about what it means to be a successful content creator, specifically in the OF space. I'm definitely not an OF creator. No one's buying this. No one is paying money for this. There's no subscription fee being paid here. Definitely not for this. But there are many creators in the industry that people are paying for. And what I want to talk to you about, if you are a creator, what I want you to think about is what I've seen so many times in the industry now, is there's a glass ceiling almost on what a creator can achieve alone versus what a creator can achieve with the right support and structure and the right help from like an administrative leverage business effectively, which is conveniently what my business does. So we're going to delve into mostly two parts on this. First thing we're going to talk about is what it means to run the business on your own, and then what it means effectively to bring in a third party, like a contracting partner, that can help you do the stuff that you basically just can't do on your own. Like, I'm talking about the stuff that is literally impossible for you to do on your own. So if you're a creator, strap in, because I'm going to give you some very valuable business insights in this, in my opinion. Stuff that's going to help you understand what it means to scale up, and also the sort of effort and requirements that really it takes for you to scale up your business to the next level and take you where you want to go. So strap in. So first and foremost, you're an OF creator and you've started your business up, you're doing pretty well. I have a figure in mind that I believe is the top end of what a creator can make on their own. And I would say in the case of about 9 out of 10 times I'm correct on this, right? I believe, generally speaking, that it is practical to make between 5 and 10k per month on your own, but breaching that 10k barrier is arguably quite difficult for a creator who is working entirely on their own. And the reason for that is because there is only so much time in the day, you only have so much energy, and your life also exists. So let's do a bit of a breakdown, and if this sounds like you, then this video is definitely for you, yeah? Let's do a bit of a breakdown. First things first, in order to actually be a content creator, first of all, you need to create content, right? I'm sure we can all agree. You need to create content. I am trying to be a content creator now, and I am spending time creating content. I am doing that. Now, fair, I am driving somewhere and creating that content at the same time, so I'm double using my time. I'm leveraging my time really well here, because I'm doing two things at the same time. But if you're making content in the OF space, it requires a little bit more care and attention than what I am delivering to you right now. Like, I can focus on the road and still do this for you. I can have a conversation with you, it's easy enough. But if you're making, proper content that requires that care and attention, you need to set aside time. You need the right location, you need the good filming equipment, you need outfits, you need lots of stuff, right? You can't just get in your car and drive around and make that content. People aren't going to pay money for it, basically. It's not going to be a thing. Maybe I should reconsider my content strategy, because no one's going to pay me for this. No. Anyway, so yeah, that's the first thing, right? You need to obviously spend time creating content. Now, let's say if you're going to run a successful business, you need to spend maybe an hour a day minimum making social media content. That's the first thing you need to do. So you're going to make socials content, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube content, and you're going to spend approximately 1 hour a day doing that. Maybe more, it depends on the breadth of your portfolio and what you're actually doing. So that's the first item, right? Spending 1 to 2 hours making actual socials content, marketing content, as it were. Like, everything on socials is ultimately marketing. You're selling your personality, you're selling yourself. That's the first thing. Second thing is then you need to make actual content that's going to be sold. So you're looking at your OF customers, and maybe you've got a custom order, maybe a customer wants to see a specific thing. So you need to set up for that, and it's a longer job because you need to, meet their exact expectations. You've got a brief from them, they've given you exact instructions, you're going to follow those, and that maybe takes you a little bit more time. Then you need to make some more generic content stuff that goes up on your wall, stuff that you're going to send out later on. You're going to make a mass message, so you need to plan ahead for that. Lots and lots of stuff in there. So you spend another couple of hours making content for that, right? You got to do the setup, you got to get change, you got to do all the stuff that you need to do, right? So you just spent 4 hours making content. Now you need to actually edit that content. Oh my God, extra effort. So you're editing for socials, you're editing for web, you're editing everywhere. Let's say you spend an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours again editing content. You see where I'm going with this? You've now just spent approximately 6 hours making content for the day. Okay, now on a normal person's day, if you're working a 9-5, your day's almost over, right? You've been in the office for 6 hours, you haven't even taken lunch yet. So let's say we add on some food as well. You take an hour to take a break, get some lunch, yeah? All right, now we're at 7 hours spent in the day. You had to take some self-care time for that lunch break, and you spent 6 hours making content. Cool, now you need to sell that content. And let's be absolutely honest. If you are actually selling content properly, like to individual customers, you're not just sending out mass PPVs and hoping for the best, you're actually having conversations and engaging with your potential customers to figure out what it is they want and selling them desirable products that they want, then you're spending upwards of 4 to 5 hours a day doing that. So you were at 7 hours, and we've just added another 5 on. You've spent 12 hours in the day doing content and then selling it, right? Now, if you want to run a really successful business, you need someone active, and you need to be active actually selling that content, for a full day. You need to be there as much as possible. Let's say you put an 8-hour shift in. So we're now at 15 hours spent. There's 24 hours in the day, and you're going to sleep for about 8 of them anyway. That leaves you 1 hour to eat, go outside, go and get shopping, live your life, do all of your admin, loads and loads and loads, right? And after all of that, you haven't made 10K in the month. And the reason you haven't done it is because you're exhausted, because you've spent too much time making the content that you haven't had enough time to sell it. But then if you flip and reverse that, you're spending too much time trying to sell the content that you don't have enough to actually sell to make you enough revenue, right? You have literally reached the limit of your capabilities, not because you're not talented, because you don't have time. And time is the ultimate, it's the ultimate source, right? It's the ultimate, time is the ultimate moneymaker. Like you can only make so much money with any amount of given time, yeah? And you as a one person have a limited finite amount of time. Now, me as one person, I also have a limited and finite amount of time. But what I also have is about 40 staff. And each of those people has a limited and finite amount of time. But let's say, for example, you need content editors and you need videographers, right, to make content. Now, you setting up cameras, etc., right, that takes time, it takes effort, right? If you've got a videographer, all of that time is given back so you can create even more content. You just move through each content piece. So maybe you spend 2 hours making content, but you've made twice as much. So you don't need to make it every day, you only need to make it every 3 days because you've got a week's worth of content, as a potential example. Or, let's say you've got an editor, so you make the content, but you get 2 hours back on the editing side. Let's say you've got a marketing person that does all your posting for you, so you're saving time then. There are lots of things that if you partner with the right person who has that administrative leverage that can actually save you time, is going to make you even more money. And that is how you break the 10K a month barrier effectively. It is by having leverage. Leverage is the key word in this conversation. If you apply leverage to your efforts, you will get more. If you don't apply leverage, you will plateau. So if you're stuck at 5K a month, it's because you need to do more. But if you can't do more, that's realistically when you need to get help. And this is true of all businesses. This isn't just true of the OF space and the creator business. This is true of all businesses. If you are making something, let's say you're making, pots, right? You're making pots, bowls, pottery, right? and you need to make 100 bowls, or 100 pots, 100 vases, whatever it is, can you make more pots if you have 2 pottery wheels? Yes, but only if you have 2 people, because you can't make 2 at the same time, right? You need both hands to do the job. So you can't just say, oh, I'm going to make more money by doing more of what I am doing. What you need to do is consider the economics. Perhaps what it is that you need to do more of what you're doing, but then you also need people to do what you're doing, because it's a direct input action. And that is ultimately what my business does. My business helps creators focus on creation whilst we focus on administration. We are an administration service, an administrative service provider ultimately. I provide services to creators that allow them to focus on the creation of content so that they don't have to focus on all the rest. And you will be amazed just how much you make when you focus on one thing and be great at it. And the same goes for if you want to run the same type of business as I do. Don't try and do everything, just be great at one thing. And what we're great at is leverage. We are great at providing leveraged services. I have dozens and dozens of different specialist units in my business that do dozens and dozens of different things, and each of them is headed by a specialist. And those specialists I trust implicitly. I've got a sales specialist, I've got a technical set specialist, I've got a customer relationship specialist. And each of those individual people, they do something very specific to their own part of the business, and all of those things work in harmony to create a leveraged service. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you scale past 10k a month. It is not just do more of what you are doing. It is not try harder. It is not collaborate with other creators and make, all of these extra videos because you think, oh, I'm going to sell more of that. It's not any of those things. It's be great at one thing. Be talented and create the content. Work with someone who can help you expand your content. Work with someone who can help you leverage the creation of your content. Work with someone who can help you leverage the sales aspect of your business and teach you how to improve the amount that you sell using proper sales strategies, recognized, documented, asset-tested strategies. Work with somebody who can do that, and you will make more than 10k a month if you're committed to doing so. Work with me, that's what I'm saying. Basically, if you're a model that's making 5k to 10k a month and you want to exceed that, get in my DMs. Come and speak to me and I will show you how to do it. I'll show you exactly how to do it because I know how to do it. The only problem is I can't do it personally because I'm not pretty enough. I'm not beautiful. People aren't buying this. I said it at the start. People aren't buying this. So, yeah. In summary, if you are a content creator and you are plateauing at between 5 and 10k a month, the reason that is happening is because you cannot leverage your time better than you are now. You've probably run out of time in the day. It happens to everyone, and it's something you need to accept. And when you accept it and understand that the solution then is to buy support, is to bring in support, it's to buy more time, hire employees, hire staff, expand your business portfolio, your profit's going to increase. And that's just how the world works. That's scaling at its most simple level. In its most simple context, that is just how you scale a business. If you want to do more, you hire more people. And that is how it's done. So, if you're a creator and you watched all the way to the end, I hope that you find this insightful. Absolutely hope that you found it insightful. If you want to learn more about how I leverage businesses for creators and actually drive value into those businesses, and you are a creator, you want to have a conversation about that, leave a comment and I'll come back to you. Or alternatively, you can follow me on Instagram. It's going to be in the description. And you can get into my DMs on there, and my team will give you a free consult on what you're doing. We'll actually give you a free business audit on where you are right now and how you get to where you want to go. We'll show you exactly what you need to do and the sort of what that involves and how much that would ultimately cost if you do it on your own versus how much it would cost if you do it with a consultant. So we'll give you all that information for free. Free business audit if you're a creator making between 5 and 10k a month. Absolutely, I'll do it for you. I've just decided this right now. I wasn't even planning on this, but it's happening. I'll put it in the description and you can reach out. And if you are not looking to do that, then there's loads of free value on my Insta and on the rest of my channel anyway. So have a look and see what's going on there. Leave comments about videos that you want to see in the future, and I will respond to them and hopefully make them for you. And other than that, obviously please subscribe. Like, I love it when people subscribe and follow. I appreciate every single one of you that's subscribed and that's watching my videos. I'm just trying to grow this channel to get free info out there and just improve the business landscape as a whole, and I hope I've done that with this video today. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day. I'm gonna go and exchange some clothes now because they don't fit. I bought the wrong size because I'm really, really smart. So I'm going to do that, and you're going to reach out to me in my DMs about how you can scale past 10k a month. Have a great day.